Hello everybody, this is Martin Scherer at Tesseract Restoration Studios. Today we're going to start a new project. It is a Portuguese ceramic that is a tureen set. It's in the shape of a cauliflower. So the tureen itself is a cauliflower with the lid looks like the top of a cauliflower, and along with it is a tray and a ladle, all with a cauliflower theme. And these items were shipped to my client and insufficiently packaged with not enough protection on the items. Hardly any padding or anything at all. So consequently it arrived severely damaged. The lid itself only has a crack in it. It hasn't broken, but there's a crack that needs to be addressed. The ladle broke in half. The tray is broken in about 5 or 6 pieces, plus some chips. And the bowl, the tureen, is severely damaged, as you can see from the intro photos. So we're going to start this project today. Normally what I do first is take all the parts out. All of this came in the same box, so I know all the parts are there. It was broken in shipment, so all the pieces, all the shards, everything is in the box. I know there shouldn't be any missing pieces, although some of them are very tiny fragments. So normally what we do here is unpack the item and clean the pieces, and then take our before photo. We try to sort things into groups that belong to each part of the set. You know, the tray group, the tureen group, etc. We take our before photo, and then we do a dry assemble rehearsal, so that when we begin to bond this piece together, we don't end up in a position where we've got half of the item bonded together and now we got a piece we can't fit in because it wasn't assembled in the correct order. So that's why it's important to do a rehearsal assembly. Once we do that, that's dry assembled, no glue is used, we hold it together with tape. Once that's done, we figured out the pieces that go with each part of the set, and then I untape it and begin the bonding process, and that's followed by cleanup again and 2 rounds of fills. The big fills where the missing pieces or deep cavities to get filled, and then that's followed by another fill, a finer fill, to fill all the hairline cracks and smooth everything out nice. So that's the beginning, the first stage of this. So let's get started. Okay, so now we're just going to take this apart, untape it. This is the dry assembly. There's the easy one. This one didn't have a whole lot of pieces to it. So we're going to do this to every piece now and rebond it back together. And so we begin. What I like to do is bond together sections, and then with a collection of sections, now we glue those together. So trying to do is get our alignment as precise as possible at this stage. Now, I've got to put this little piece in here before we can put these other larger pieces in. And this is why, one of the reasons why we do a rehearsal assembly beforehand, because there's no way I would get this shard in here if I put the bigger pieces around it first. And there's no way to know that unless you do a rehearsal assemblage. Woo. And there are chips in other places too. This is a low-fired clay body, and when they break, when they shatter in all directions, and you get pieces that flake off later than as the cracks in them grow. Okay, now this is going to go here. But I need to get this other piece on first. This came out of here. Now I just go around and see where it might need a little reinforcement with tape to keep things in alignment. And other than that, we just set it aside. To glue. To set it aside for the glue to set up. And then we bring up our next piece and do the same thing. Okay, now here's the tureen for the cauliflower tureen set. And we're going to start putting this all together. it is. So that's day one, first assembly.